All right, by now you should have already signed up for Penzu and you should be ready to work within Penzu and ready to start creating your journal or your writing documents, whatever you want to call it. In any case, once you navigate to www.penzu.com, it's going to bring you up to this screen. When you get there, just like any of the resources we've been using, you want to click on Log In, and then you will put in your email address. Remember to use your school email addresses simply because they're easier to remember, and then there won't be any problem with you all sending your files to me. And then just go ahead and click on Login, and it'll log you right in. It's going to bring you again to the same document that you were working on. When you get ready to start entering your journal or start your document, you want to go ahead and give it a title. And I'm just going to title mine Research Writing for Today. If you hit enter, it'll take you down to where you can start your typing. So for today, I just want to show you how to basically navigate through, and on your journal or on your page, you'll just start with whatever you are going to be writing. I might write my assignment for English, and you have to excuse my spelling, English class is to create a document in Penzu. And then I'm going to put a period on it. Say that is all I want to type. I don't want to type anything else. Then I'll just leave that blank. Now, if I'm creating paragraphs, I can go ahead and I can tab just like I would in a typical word processing program. There are several other things that I can do within this program. If I want to create a new entry, I'll just click on the plus. Now, if I'm finished and I don't want to create a new entry, but I want to save what I have, then I'm just going to click on Save, and it'll go ahead and it'll save for me. If you want to print what you've done, then just click on the little print button, and you'll get your standard print box that'll open up, and you can print it, and it'll have the date and everything else. This is a good feature, so you might want to familiarize yourself with that. Now, what I like about Penzu is that you can also insert a photo, and I'm going to show you how to insert a photo, one that you might already have on your hard drive or somewhere on your computer. So what I'm going to do is click on Computer, then of course I'm going to click on Choose a File, and I'm just going to navigate to my desktop where I have lots and lots of pictures. And I think I'll just pick this one because it doesn't really matter which one I choose. So once I click Choose, it will go ahead and start uploading, and then it'll tell me whenever it's done. But you'll notice here that you can use a JPEG, a PNG, and a GIF file, and you want to make sure that they're only 5 megabytes. So you can't really choose a great big file to upload. So if I click on Done, or you actually probably want to wait for it to load. And if it's a pretty big file, then it may not load. And it says here that you haven't uploaded any photos. So what I might want to do is click on Computer again, and then I want to make sure that I have one that is not a really big file. So let's see if I can find something. And I'll just choose one of these, and you can check what size it is by looking over here. This one is only 1.3 megabytes, so let's just click on Choose there, and then we'll go ahead and we'll wait just a second to let it finish. And you can insert more than one photo in each one of your documents. I like that because you can type a little bit, and then you can insert a photo somewhere, and your photos are going to show up out here to the side. And it makes it very easy to document the things that you're doing. So really neat feature found right here in Penzu. I just want to give this a minute to go ahead and finish uploading. And if it doesn't completely upload, then we'll just go ahead and cancel out. But you can see there what you need to do to get a photo upload it. All right. Well, let's just exit out so that we can move on. Then if you want to share this with somebody, and this is a feature you're going to need to get comfortable with because I'm going to have you share, then you'll just click here. And you'll see, again, I'm using my school email address. And then the message. And you might say, here is my assignment. And then I'm going to click on share. And it should go ahead and it should share. Now, you can lock your entries. This is not something that I necessarily recommend, especially when you're doing things for school. So you might want to skip this, but you do know that that option is there. If you want to format, you just click here and then you can change the text. You can make things bold if you want to make them bold. You might also want to change your font. And there are not a lot of fonts in here, and that's quite all right. So you could change your font to something like that. I happen to like the comic, so that's the one that I use. You can also change the font color. Let's get a little pink going on there. You can center. And you can also highlight if you need to. But you'll need to make sure you click on it. And then you go ahead and you highlight. So that's a really neat feature within Penzu that I like. So many other things that you can do, just like within a word processing program. You can tab down, then you can click here, and you can bullet. So you might want to say that you have to do your outline. You might want to say that you need to do your bibliography, and so forth and so on. And you'll see that you can tab. If you don't want to tab, maybe you want to number things, then you can click on 1 and you can write down that you need to go to the library or whatever it is that you might need to do, and you'll see that it'll go ahead and number. This will also, this ABC feature will let you change things to Spanish if you'd like. It will let you change your language to Dutch, Italian, French, any of those things. So you can see there are lots of different features. This will give you the time that you made your entry. Then you can also go back and change your text back to whatever color it was that you had. Now, if you want to tag this so that you can remember exactly what this entry is about, then you can click on tag and it'll ask you, and I might put English class, or actually let's put research. But tags are just ways for you to identify things. So click on add, then you've got a tag. If you want to customize, you may want to customize the space that you're working in, and you can click on the cork, or you can scroll over and see what your options are. Now, these things are only available in the paid portion of Penzu, and most of us will only be using the free version. I don't want you to feel like you have to purchase something, and you'll see the whole screen and everything changes back there. Comments. I can leave you a comment once you send it to me. If I like this, I might say, hey, this was a great entry, and then I'll just click on post, and then you can see that I left you a comment. So lots of really, really neat things that you can do within Penzu. Now, if you've been working in Penzu for some time, you'll see that all of your journal entries will show up here. You can search. You can also view your trash. And you can check your entries from last week, yesterday, today. Any of those things are possible. And then very quickly, I'm just going to navigate to another screen. If you get the Pro Journal, which I'm not requiring that any of you do, you can just click here and you can create another journal. And you'll see that I have kitchen capers, I have some things for church. And if I click here, I think this one has some pictures in it. then I can show you what some of the pictures look like. Maybe not. In any case, so I could click here and I could go home. And that would be it. So Penzu is going to be very, very easy for you to use. I like Penzu a lot, and we're going to use it pretty regularly. So open up Penzu, play around with Penzu, determine whether or not you like it, and then determine how well you're going to use it or what things that you're going to do within Penzu.